it is about time. So can we quickly just sort of line up the handouts and dummy? Yes?
Open-mindedness, expertise.
If you can sort of, I don't mind standing up so that everyone can hear. Yes.
Open-mindedness, expertise, learning, impartial, intelligent, motivating, critical, friendly, educating, and should be a good listener.
Right. Somebody else who would like to read? Yes, all right.
A leader is a person who has a clear vision, who can define his goals, motivate his team members, and firstly can be an effective team member.
Right.
Support his limitations, their abilities, and raise their potential. Excellent patience level.
Excellent.
Patience level. Ability to
Patience,
inspire.
very important point. Excellent patience level. That didn't come up earlier in discussion, but that's very important.
Right. Ability to inspire by his actions. Ready to listen to new ideas.
A bit louder and those which have not been listed. That's also a good point. I mean, you should own your own mistake. It's no harm saying, sorry, I've been wrong. Anybody can be wrong. Can you see some of the qualities? Yes, thank you. Yes. What have you written for the leader? Huh? Good decision maker. Good, excellent. Empathy, excellent. MP is another, it came up earlier also. MP is, what does that mean? Yeah, exactly. Put yourself in that person place, feeling, how you will feel if you were in that position. Yeah. Good right, yes?
Rest of the same is 1 point. Good observational skills.
Yes, very important. I mean, you should have good decision making, good judgment, but good observation is the basis for good decision. If you are not good on observation, you can't make good decision.
Related to that is one step.
Yes?
So that identifying the group which can perform the task in the best way.
Yes, identifying individuals, groups who are appropriate for a task. That is judgmental ability to judge. Understand that. Anything else? Certainly. There is something else which I would certainly like to say, compassionate. That is a human element. You see, there are sometimes serious issues with other people. Sometimes somebody hasn't been able to perform because of some genuine reason. And we need to have this human element of compassion. We should be prepared all the time to recognize that there can be limitations or issues which can be abandoned. And that is a very important. Should be true. Yes. Very good point. Another very good point. Sometimes people keep saying, I will do this, I will not want this, I like this. That is really not an appropriate approach for particularly distributed leadership or teamwork. Because no matter how small or big the role of a person is in one team, because in one team your role might be small, for another task your role might be bigger because it is more relevant to your skill and expertise. So never mention it as I did this, but it is a team thing. We did this and we are responsible for this. Yes?
And also somebody who's willing to get their hands dirty.
They're in the office, in the big chair, and
Yes, behind the
has
desk.
others to do, but is willing to walk. He mentions a leader who goes everywhere, shares, and is an active role model.
But avoids criticism and show respect for others, has good intuitive judgment, and
Yeah.
has
Avoids criticism in the sense that not in a demotivating way. But another thing which is linked to criticism is you do need, if you are not making other people realize if they are making some, if they are not acting appropriately or up to the expectation in some context, you do need to make them realize that. But always in one-to-one situations, never in a group. Never make people aware of their weaknesses in a team, because that there is an issue of self-esteem. And when you hurt people on their self-esteem, they will never respect you. So always, but if you don't tell them their weaknesses, you are actually being their enemies. You're not being their friends. We're not making them realize their weaknesses and drawbacks. So act as a friend, act as if this is your responsibility, that I have to do this. Not whether the other person deserves it or not. You see, very often we think, this colleague doesn't deserve it. I don't need to make extra effort. That's not for you to decide whether the other person deserves it. Your responsibility is to give in your own role. You give it to everyone, equally. Whatever is the requirement to give them, whatever support, whatever development opportunities, whatever encouragement, whatever motivation, you have to give them. You are required in your position to give them. Give it to them. If they abuse them, then it's not that you withdraw on that, but you make them realize that how they can act differently. So thank you all for being so patient, sitting through a 2-hour-long session. Any particular question that you would like to ask before we disperse, because it's already 4 o'clock. Any question? You have got my email address on the handouts. Yes? No, not on this one, on the far one. My email address should be on the far one. Is it there? No? If it isn't, then if you just put my name in University of Leicester in the Google, if you just Google for Saeeda Shah, University of Leicester, my whole web address, my email address, everything will come. And drop me an email if you have anything to ask.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Perhaps we didn't have time to discuss that. The thing is, there is a difference being authoritative and being firm. You have to be firm. You have made up the rules. This is what you have to do. And you have to be very firm. That you have to do it by these deadlines. I think indirectly I did mention that you have to make it clear having deadlines there. But that's firmness. Authoritative means when you think you are the ultimate authority and somebody else has an input. Being firm means that democratically you set the rules. You tell everyone these are the rules. If anybody has any objection, well explain now. If not, later don't come with any excuses. Right? And then we move with it. Whether that is class or whether that's studies. Yeah. Yeah. I have to. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Because that means we know that we have to finish the session in a particular time. We also know that I have to get as many people to participate in different ways as possible. I can't just keep asking one person or one paper, right? So that is the regulation. That's the system framework within which I'm working. So you might every time say yes, I want to say this, I want to say this, but I can't keep coming to you every time because I have to involve everyone. So that is being firm and setting the thing within a particular democratic framework. Okay, thank you everyone. Very nice meeting you all, and hope I will see some of you tomorrow. But anyway, thank you. Have some time. Yes, please collect these. If we collect these sheets, I'm collecting these sheets. I will send these back to you after typing up everything. These sheets that you have filled out. Yeah, please give. If you can collect. Yes. Yeah. If you can collect leadership sheets, the sketch that you